We begin by lighting our candle to remember God's light is with us wherever we are. And we're still in Lent, our time of waiting and getting ready for Easter. Filled with the Holy Spirit, Jesus went out among the people to give them new life and new hope, to heal the sick, to raise the dead to new life, and to bring good news to the poor. His disciples, his friends and helpers, went with him to share his life and his work. When Jesus went out among the people, he talked to them and he healed them and he told them stories. Listen, he said, God is like a father waiting for his child to come home. God is like a woman searching for a lost coin. God is like a shepherd looking for a lost sheep. God's love is always enough and more than enough. And he said, get ready because God's kingdom is coming. God is going to do a new thing. And to get ready for that kingdom, you need to change. You need to stop lying and hurting and cheating and stealing and fighting and killing. You need to stop hurting God's beautiful earth. You need to stop hurting people who are poor. You need to change in order to be part of God's kingdom. And Jesus told special kinds of stories called parables, short stories that tell us things about God. He told this parable to explain what he was saying. He said there was a man who owned lots of land, including a fig tree. And this fig tree had not borne any fruit for 3 whole years. So the landowner called the gardener and he said to him, cut down this fig tree because it hasn't borne any fruit for 3 whole years. It's useless. It's taking up space. It needs to go. Cut it down. And the gardener said, how about we give it one more chance? I'll take extra good care of it. I'll give it the fertilizer and the water and the care that it needs. I'll give it all the attention, all the things that it needs to bear fruit. Let's give it 1 more year. And if it still doesn't bear fruit after all that time, then you can cut it down. And the people who heard the story wondered about what it meant and what Jesus was saying. And we're going to wonder as well. And if you want to pause the video to wonder with the people that you're with, you can do that. I wonder what your favourite part of this story was. I wonder what the most important part of this story was. I wonder what the story about the fig tree might mean. There's no one right or wrong answer to that question. There can be many. I wonder who the landowner might be and who the gardener might be. I wonder what it feels like to change. I wonder what helps us to be able to change when we need to. I wonder what changes you think the adults in charge of the world need to make in order to be a better part of God's kingdom. I wonder what changes you can make where you are to help make the world look more like God's kingdom. I wonder why the gardener wanted the landowner to give the tree another chance. I wonder what it feels like to get a second chance, or a third, or a fourth. I wonder what you need to do when you get a second chance. I wonder if you have any questions or thoughts or ideas about this story. I wonder if there's something in your house you'd like to use to make something or play with this story. And we can keep wondering throughout the week. But for now, our story is finished.